I did a pre-show interview with Becky, and I was like, first of all,
scrunchy at all times. So it's like that like big fluffy thing.
It's
right?
not like maybe
Not like maybe
intentional.
yeah.
Those are good.
Do you have them in Canada?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I have to ask
She's
that as Canadian.
So last time I guess we were technically in the same room was at the Royal Rumble.
You know what I mean? And I remember when your entrance hit.
The WWE Hall of Famer.
And I got cold chills on your entrance. And then when you got eliminated, you were crawling by me and you like said something. We had a little moment.
I was
like this.
Weeping. I'm sore, but I got you.
Yeah.
I had a private moment with Charles Robinson.
Oh, how was
After
that?
I had, hey, you all right? And I just looked at, I was like, what the hell, man?
Yes, that's yours. I was in two minds about it. Obviously, I wanted to be a part of it because, you know, I always said that whenever I get asked in interviews or anything, what would my goal for the women's revolution be? Big on the fact because they were always like, you know, the 4 horsewomen. But the women's revolution started before the 4 horsewomen. It started with the bra and panty map, and we wouldn't have the revolution we have now. So I always said it took every woman to get here, so we need to have a big battle royal at WrestleMania.
And my answer would always be, well, I hope I don't get it because that means I'm injured.
Yeah.
Well, the reason that it was cool because you weren't in it because you were the champ. Because the champ can't be in it. So I was like, well.
It was cool to sit back and watch and take it in because you guys know, like when you're in the moments, when you're actually in the matches.
Besides us being, you know, laying the foundation that we did in the day, it was the work that you guys have all done. It's culminated to this part.
One may think there's like a stylist off camera, right? With a rack of choices and a steamer.
Okay, where was it? Who won?
Raw.
Okay, who won?
I wouldn't know these things.
You're
asking me?
actually,
I'm like,
yeah,
what
where
is
was
this?
it? Do you remember where it was? You know where it was, though. Sort of divas in the locker room and stuff, and they were very focused on what the outfits was. That was a very main focus of a segment at that point, wasn't it?
Yes.
Plastic bag.
We don't wear that
carry
for
on.
TV. We wear the good stuff for TV, right? And we were so in the moment. We were just like, wait, we have to go to Seamstress still, and we were just wanting to focus on our match.
And it's all about the title, but I think it's about a whole lot more. Oh my gosh! A very intense match.
What we were wearing.
Yeah, they're not going to be like, oh my God, these women had this amazing main event match on Raw, but I wish she would have worn this instead.
She just looks so meh with her outfit. Yeah, great.
No, these are just for show. So I had one that wasn't really a malfunction. I had the Freddy Krueger gear that I wore. And you know, in a match, your hair gets messed up.
Yeah.
And my strap was stuck in my hair.
Oh, no.
So I was trying to tie it, but I was tying my hair.
And there was a building that had a bunch of, like, a radio station, a television, you know, like you kind of were hitting all of the, all over me, but it kind of had a pattern on my shirt, and they're like, you're live, we need to, I'm just like, yep, yeah, okay.
Wait, was it radio?
There's everybody from all different generations. You're kind of going in every which different direction, so you never get a chance to just, like, sit and hang out.
Yeah.
And
Like, I have this to do, I gotta catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why I picked up yoga. I felt like there was almost this white noise around my head at all times, right? Back in the day, we had these little DVD players that we would travel with, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember those little compact things? Everyone had them. And my body, that just made me like be still and take a breath and reflect. And gosh, I tell you, it was like I could set my intention like every time I did that, and like let me start my day. What you're doing out there and everything, and what your intentions are out there. You know?
No, absolutely. I'm kind of in that in between phase. I've recently downloaded like those meditation apps.
So tell me about Larry Steve.
Oh my God.
How does one get a baby pig? It's a baby pig, they call it.
Well, at the time,
Well, he was a baby, now he's a big boy.
Like a big pig?
Okay.
Very well aware.
What are we at now?
We're at 35.
Okay.
It's not
so
bad.
My son's basically my 4-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Or is that cliched?
He plays in dirt, but he loves taking baths.
You potty you and you train to aim in the Cheerio.
Yeah,
Oh, is
exactly.
that true? That's really a thing?
Yeah, it's a little thing to teach the kid to stand up to pee. Most adorable thing I've ever heard.
And I sprinkle him.
What else? What are his favorite things? Like, what's his personality like?
He is obsessed with food. And
Does he sleep in the bed?
He does. So he will come up to you, and he will take a big side bump on you.
Frankie.
And when you got Larry Steve, you went vegetarian, yeah?
I did. I went completely vegetarian.
What'd you get?
A bacon cheeseburger.
Really, Naya? Bacon? look at his face. Like, I looked at him, and he was a baby, and I just felt terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, and I was looking at the food and looking at him, and I was just, I can't do it.
Yeah. Children, or is that like just like because you're cutting bites for the kids?
No. Well, I'll tell you what, actually I got it from my fitness days. One of my fitness days, it was always about...
Actually, my first time with lipstick while eating.
What? Why? No, certainly
Well,
more
it's
lipstick.
similar to having lipstick
don't
while
mind me.
wrestling. So
right,
it'll just get, is Canadian that?
Canadian version of it. I was about to. I was getting ready to train. I was actually had my eye on the Fitness America pageant.
I just finished college. I was doing the bodybuilding stuff, and I got my pro card, but I was like ready for something else. You know?
My name is Lexi Kaufman. I am 21 years old, and for my height, I am 5'2" or 5'3", depending on how big my hair is. Tries to mess with or even take the spotlight from Baby Swag, there will be a serious throwdown.
Like, I texted my mom. I was like, well, I tried. I was like, well, I tried. And yeah, so it kind of worked out.
And then tried to figure out how to train. I went down to Mexico, and I just kind of literally walked the streets trying to figure out a little 5-minute match, and Dreamer told me to jump on their circus for a bit. And so I think that was like definitely,
awesome.
a thing that helped propel me.
Know that there were places you can actually train. You know, when I was watching WWE, I thought people just were WWE superstars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what they did. That's what backgrounds are so different. But everyone like makes their own path here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just awesome to see. And, like,
Or whatever, but for so long. But once you watch someone hit their stride, it's really cool to see their storyline. It's really made me happy watching you take off and all the success you've had.
For that one, and that's so good. And you get that at the signings when you meet the fans, you talk to them, and I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it because it's like it's pretty amazing.
To have a test and see whose lipstick's on it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
All right, ready? Let's see whose lipstick's still on after this. Trish Stratus.
Add that to my accolades. Yes.